Gary Windass is not believed by fans to have killed Theo Silverton on Coronation Street. The flashback shown on Wednesday night failed to convince most viewers that Gary is the murderer. Instead, many think there was a hidden clue in the scene suggesting he is actually innocent, but may have witnessed the killing. As Kit Green kept pressing accusations against Gary, he insisted that he had nothing to do with Theo's death. However, it is clear that he is still hiding something and is under intense pressure. At the end of Wednesday's episode, viewers were taken back to the night Theo was killed. Gary was shown on top of scaffolding outside Theo and Todd's building. He looked down and saw Theo's lifeless body on the ground below. Despite Gary possibly holding a weapon, fans are convinced he is not responsible. They believe his shocked reaction indicates he was not expecting to find a body. Some viewers think Gary may have seen someone else commit the murder and later took the weapon from them. Others suggest he arrived intending to confront Theo, but discovered him already dead. Fans are speculating that different characters, such as Jodie Ramsey, Sarah Platt, Sam Blakeman, or even Todd Grimshaw could be responsible, with Gary either protecting someone or covering up the truth. One viewer commented that they still do not believe Gary is guilty and think he went to confront Theo for a fight, but instead found him dead, later agreeing with Sarah not to go to the police because they would not be believed. Another theory suggests Gary and Sarah discovered Theo's body together, assumed Todd was responsible, and began covering it up. In this version, Gary allegedly pushed the body from the scaffolding to make it look like an accident, while Sarah disposed of evidence. A different fan believes Sarah is the killer, while others point the finger at Sam. One theory claims Sam may have pushed Theo accidentally after confusing him with someone else who had been bullying him. Another viewer believes it could be Theo's son, with his mother Danielle helping to hide the truth. Some also suggest Sarah is responsible, while others think Jodie had a strange interaction with Theo and could have acted in self-defense. A final theory suggests Gary did not kill Theo at all, but instead witnessed Sam committing the act. Coronation Street has revealed an upcoming twist involving Megan as a new character is set to join the show. Megan has caused major chaos. Not only has she abused Will, but another previously damaged victim, Lee, has also come forward and become part of the situation. Meanwhile, she pushed Sam Blakeman into a severe psychological breakdown after mentally tormenting him once he uncovered her hidden secrets. Even after being exposed, Megan continued her manipulative grooming behavior to keep Will silent and deny everything to the authorities, staying just out of reach of legal consequences while also planning her escape abroad. It initially looked like she might succeed. Tim Metcalf stepped in as an unlikely hero, sharing his own experience of abuse to finally reach Will as he tried to leave with Megan. Once he fully understood the extent of her actions, Will made the courageous decision to report her to the police. However, Megan is now attempting to sabotage the case before it reaches court, trying to emotionally manipulate Will by reminding him of their so-called relationship and urging him to withdraw his statement. Although her downfall is approaching, more developments are expected, including the arrival of her mother Janine on the cobbles, played by Melissa Jock. Speaking about Janine in an interview, Catherine Tildesley, who plays Eva Price, explained that Janine's arrival will shock Ben as she tries to apologize for Megan's behavior. Janine is confused about how things escalated and believes something must have gone wrong despite a normal upbringing. Eva, however, feels it is not Janine's responsibility. Another character, Maggie, believes Megan may have learned this behavior from someone close to her, sparking further debate within the family. Show producer Kate Brooks has previously hinted that the Driscoll family will struggle in the aftermath of Megan's actions, but that consequences will follow. She explained that the storyline will focus on the family breaking apart before attempting to rebuild and recover from the damage caused. Will is expected to be deeply affected by his experiences, and the storyline will take a darker turn as events unfold. Brooks also suggested that in typical soap fashion, Megan will eventually face consequences and will not escape punishment, although the exact outcome is still uncertain. Actress Beth has discussed her experience playing the role, saying she enjoys portraying such a complex and unpleasant character. She explained that Megan's behavior is layered and unpredictable, making the role interesting to perform. She also noted that the show does not attempt to justify Megan's actions or fully explain her motivations, particularly regarding her grooming behavior, which remains intentionally unexplored. From an acting perspective, she said this ambiguity allows her to fully develop the character in her own way. Coronation Street's Kit Green is left emotionally moved next week as he receives an unexpected stamp of approval ahead of his plan to propose. Kit is preparing to ask his girlfriend Sarah Platt to marry him in upcoming episodes, but first he feels it is important to gain the support of two key members of her family. The affectionate police detective begins by speaking privately with Sarah's daughter Bethany about his intentions. During a quiet moment at the flat, Kit explains that he wants to make Sarah feel truly special and show how serious he is about their future together. Bethany has never had any real concerns about Kit, so the question remains whether she will support his proposal plan. Kit also has a separate conversation with Sarah's young son Harry. In this talk, he quickly realizes how much the child values his presence and sees him as a father-like figure. Harry openly admits that he enjoys having Kit around, which reassures Kit deeply. In response, Kit tells him that he feels the same way and values their bond. After both discussions, Kit reflects on everything and once again looks at the engagement ring he has secretly purchased for Sarah. He is now waiting for the perfect opportunity to finally ask the big question. However, there may be complications ahead. Sarah appears to be hiding a significant secret involving her former partner, Gary Windass. In recent scenes, both Sarah and Gary have been behaving in a suspicious manner following the death of Theo Silverton, the case that Kit is actively investigating. Tension continues to rise as Gary's wife Maria becomes increasingly worried that something inappropriate may be happening between Gary and Sarah, with suspicions of an affair growing stronger. This creates the potential for further emotional and dramatic fallout within the group. Speaking earlier in the year about the future of Kit and Sarah's relationship, the actor who plays Kit shared his thoughts on whether their romance can last. He suggested that in soap dramas, no relationship is ever completely safe or permanent, although he believes the pair work well together on screen. He added that while Kit and Sarah currently share a strong connection and function as a solid partnership, there may be difficulties and cracks appearing in their relationship as the storyline progresses. However, he remained careful not to reveal any spoilers about what might happen next. As events unfold, viewers will have to wait and see whether Kit's proposal goes ahead smoothly or whether the surrounding secrets and tensions will change everything. The drama continues on Coronation Street, airing on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and also available for streaming on ITVX.